Hi, my friends. I hope everybody is doing well. Today, I have a story about a little flamingo, and her name is Fiona Flamingo. Look at how pretty she is. She reminds me of something that we see in the sky after a rainstorm, and then the sun comes out. What do we usually see in the sky that's really colorful? Yeah, a rainbow. Yeah. The author of this story is Rachel Chu. She wrote all the words. And the person who drew all the pictures is called do you remember? Good, the illustrator. And her name is Kate Jeffrey. This story is all about Fiona, the flamingo, and she kind of feels a lot of different feelings in the story. Let's see what kind of feelings she. So this gives us a hint as to where the story is going to take place. Where do you think Fiona lives? You live near the ocean, pond, forest, city? To me, it looks like she lives in the woods. Let's find out what happens to Fiona. Okay, and there's little baby Fiona. She's sitting on a little lily pad. Fiona Flamingo. There she is. That's her mommy. And then these are her. I'm not sure which one Fiona. I think that one might be Fiona. And she hatched out of an egg. On a beautiful sunny afternoon, where life was simply the best, a little flamingo named Fiona hatched from her egg in a nest. Little Fiona grew up making lots of friends. They played flamingo games from day's start to day's end. And they look kind of different than their mommy, huh? How many flamingos do you see? Count them. You ready? One, two, three. Yeah, what are they chasing? You see these little insects? Yeah, they're little butterflies. As the time passed, the birds became stronger. They also got pinker, and their feathers grew longer. Oh, look at Fiona. Does she have her feathers yet? Not yet. She's a little late bloomer. But her other two friends have their feathers. They're nice and pink. They turned pinker and pinker with each feather they grew. They got bigger and bigger until some of them flew. Whoa, look at that. That flamingo is flying high in the sky. And look at, how do you think Fiona is feeling? They have their pink feathers and they're bigger and they're flying. Does she still have feathers? Not yet. I wonder, could she fly without feathers? Huh, I don't know. We might have to look that up. Can birds fly without feathers? That might be something we can Google and find out the answer to. Fiona remained featherless until it happened one night. She woke up with feathers, but they were bright. What color? White. Uh-oh. Does she have pink feathers like her friends? No, she's a little different, isn't she? Is that okay to be different? Absolutely. Let's see what happens. The other flamingos gasped and they stared at her in shock. They couldn't believe what they're seeing, and they began to wildly squawk. "Wah, wah, 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 wah. You have white feathers. You're not supposed to be white. You're supposed to be pink like us." Oh, I wonder how Fiona is feeling having her friends squawk at her like that. Oh, this one doesn't look too happy. Look at how their eyes look. Hmm, poor Fiona. I hope she's gonna be okay. See what happens. Her friends looked at the white feathers. not knowing what to think. You're not the right color. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Oh, look at her. She's not looking too happy, is she? I wonder how she's feeling. With every shout, Fiona began to get scared. She looked at her feathers and then she looked at theirs. So she was getting scared. She's probably wondering, how come my feathers are white and yours are pink? What's going on here? You don't have to be so loud, and please don't make a scene. That's when Fiona started shaking, and her feathers turned to green. Good. When her friends saw the change, they squawked louder and meaner. Fiona got more anxious, and her feathers grew greener. You know what anxious is? Anxious is kind of like you're really, really nervous. You're getting scared, not sure what to do. She has all these feelings, and her friends are treating her differently because she looks different. Is that kind? No. Should they just be friends and use kind words? Yeah, that probably make Fiona feel a whole lot better. Her friends looked at the green feathers, not knowing what to think. Stop being so silly, Fiona. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Oh no, said Fiona. This is worse than just bad. But her friends kept on squawking. And then Fiona got really mad. See your mad face. I wonder what color Fiona's going to change if she was mad. What color do you think? I don't know. I heard pink. I heard red. I heard blue. Let's see. What color? You're making me angry, she jumped up and furiously said. And that's when Fiona started yelling, and her feathers turned to red. She's angry, so she's red. What do you think she should do if she was angry? Yeah, she could take a big breath. And maybe those angry feelings would go away. Maybe she could go and tell her mommy, and her mommy could help her. That's right. Is it okay to be angry? It is. It's totally okay to be angry. Is it okay to hurt somebody if you're angry? No, that's when we need to go get help. Take some breath. Maybe Fiona could just walk away and ignore them. The flock became silent, hoping things would get better, but Fiona got madder, and her feathers grew redder. Oh my God. I hope Fiona's going to be okay. I hope she feels better and works through her anger. I wonder if they have a quiet area where she can go and sit and calm down. Kind of like what we do in our classroom, right? Her friends looked at the red feathers, not knowing what to think. Don't you think you should calm down now? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. They all rushed to hug her, and now Fiona felt bad. Her anger was fading, but now she was feeling sad. Now she has sad feelings because she was so angry at them. And then look at what their friends did. Her friends were really kind. They saw that she was getting angry and they were trying to make her feel better. This reminds me so much of our class. Whenever someone is having like hurtful feelings or they're sad or they're upset, there's always one of you that always is right there by their side trying to make them feel better. We are so proud of you when we see you do that. She whimpered and she cried, I'm all mixed up in a hue. That's when Flamingo started sobbing, or Fiona started sobbing, and her feathers turned to blue. Usually when you're sad, you're feeling blue. Fiona. The flock watched from afar, and their concerns grew truer. But Fiona just got sadder, and her feathers grew bluer. When they are afar, that means they're off on the side, they're farther away from Fiona. They're giving her space. Because sometimes people need space to feel better. Right? Her friends looked at the blue feathers, not knowing what to think. Just what kind of bird are you? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. No one could cheer her up, so instead they stayed away. That's when Fiona got lonely and her feathers turned to, this is a tricky color. To me, it looked brown, but if you really look closely, it's supposed to look gray. So they didn't know what to do with her, how to cheer her up. So they figured, we're just going to give you some space to stay away. So then Fiona got lonely. Have you ever been lonely? I have. Not a great feeling, is it? You kind of do feel gray. A young chick floated up with a gaze of pure and true. I hope my feathers change colors when I'm as big as you. Whoa, here's a little baby flamingo. Aw, I bet that's going to make Fiona feel better. Fiona flashed a happy smile, and her feathers erupted in color. It was a surprise to everyone. No feather was like another. Wow, what's happening? Turning all kinds of colors. Wow, that is so cheerful. Pink, white, and green, red, blue, and gray. She was every single color now, and that's the way she'd stay. The entire flock gathered around, and Fiona gave a wink. Can you wink? I guess we've all learned a lesson here. Flamingos don't always have to be pink. That's right. Everybody can be different. That's right. The end. And then there's the baby flamingo looking up at Fiona. That was a sweet story about Fiona. I'm so happy that she felt better. And I actually like her being the color that she is. All different colors of the rainbow. Which one was your favorite color? Did you like Fiona being green, blue, red, gray, or did you like her being a rainbow instead? Maybe what you can do is to draw a picture of Fiona. Maybe you can make a flamingo bird yourself at home and use all the colors. Well, boys and girls, that's our story for today. I hope you enjoyed Fiona Flamingo. I really love this book. I think I'm going to reread it again just on my own, and I'm going to go draw my picture. All right, so you guys have a great day. We all miss you so much. I hope you're all doing so well, and I hope to see you on our next Zoom. Bye, guys.